And this is, I mean, this is what we hear.
Every provider has a congestion issue. They can say that they don't, but I can guarantee you they do.
We do.
You know, so typically you're supposed to get approximately 80% of what you're paying. There's a 20% buffer most of the time.
And with fiber,
who are
don't
you?
get that.
I work for a communications company,
Which one?
Frontier. I work for CenturyLink, almost 14.
We talked at the meeting a couple months ago.
Answered it.
Do you know how much,
Hang on a minute. Oh, okay. Back here then?
in order to support voice over IP phones, do you know how much upload speed you need to have a clear conversation?
I don't know that answer.
It's generally anywhere from 50 to 100 kilobits
50 to 100 kilobits to do what?
to have a voice
To have
over IP.
voice over IP.
I know for
high
our
quality.
Prism product, our entertainment product, we have to have 25 megs, so I would imagine that VoIP would be less than that.
The problem with telephone communications using VoIP is the speed is not the most important piece. It's the latency, it's the delay between the two points that are talking. That's why it doesn't work over satellite, because the delay is so long.
So,
I just for everybody's information, I do network. This is what I do for a living at Medtronic, and so I'm very versed in this. This is one of my responsibilities at the company.
For everyone's
Would
benefit,
you like
that
to
is not what I
comment
do.
more on the plan then and how that might work?
Me or her?
Essentially the person.
What did he ask?
What's the question? And please raise your hand. We'll call on you.
I'm sorry. I was asking if you'd like to comment on the difference between the two plans and voice over IP clarity. Or video clarity.
Which plans are you talking about?
So we have the
Fiber to the home or fiber to the node? Is that what you're
fiber
talking
to the node and then copper versus fiber to the home, I think, is the two things that we're talking about.
And fiber to the home is it's up to a gig. It's not a guarantee. If you read your contract very carefully, it's not a guarantee. You're always going to have a gig service. But, that is the maximum that it could reach. And generally you'll see that. But the biggest issue we've got a 5 gig connection to our network, to the internet at work. It's not your connection to the internet, it's the website that you're going to and what they have for a server that limits your speed. Because you generally will never see that, no matter how slow things are, because their server's just not capable of doing that.
It
The
depends
voice
on the
over
traffic
IP, the
there
latency
too.
is the biggest issue, which is the delay from one end to
I
the
think
other.
we're kind of getting off the subject here, folks.
Well, he had a question
Yeah,
about...
I know, and I don't-
Fiber to the node, though, you didn't explain that.
Yeah.
Could you explain that too?
Well, fiber to the node would have copper from the node to the home, correct, Kirsten?
Yes, sir.
The relevance of the $30 million that the state has, you said we could, when you said we, do you mean CenturyLink or do you mean Sunrise Township or?
Yeah, so it's a pool of money, and so someone has to request it in the form of a grant. In Sunrise's case, Nancy and the County of Chisago is the one requesting the grant. We're a partner with you. CenturyLink is a partner with Sunrise, and right.
The township would be
The
requesting
township.
it. I'll just help
Sorry.
right before
And
that.
how much would we be getting of that? 30 million is the total pot, and we're asking for how much?
1,038,469 to be exact. Would then that be 45% of the total project? So we're under 50%, which scores high. And then out of the remaining, if this is still right, CenturyLink would be paying 55% of the remaining of the project, and the township would be 45%.
So
Would we know if we're getting that state money? Or we
So
just
we
apply for it?
apply for the grant. Grants opened, the eligibility to open up was early September, I think.
October 3rd is when
October 3rd is when
they're due.
the applications are due for the grant. They are usually, then they're scored, they're usually awarded around the 1st of December. So we'll know for sure by the 15th of December whether or not CenturyLink and Sunrise Township was awarded the money that they asked for. And this is highly competitive. There are municipalities just like yours all over the state asking for a piece of this money. $5 million is the largest amount you can ask, a municipality can ask for, and it can't be more than 50% of your project.
But that's already in play, we're already applying, or you're applying for that, or the township?
This is I guess the piece of the meeting. So we will apply for the grant, and with CenturyLink's input, the bond, if that's in play, and apply for the grant. So the grant, I believe, is contingent upon the bond passing. So if the bond passes, or if the grant award is given and the bond permission is given, then the bond kicks in.
But in order to do that, we need over 50% of the property owners in the CenturyLink service area to sign this petition, a real legal petition, and get it to us. In the meantime, Nancy's going to go on with applying for the deed grant. So that's not going to hold us up. What's going to hold us up is petition from you guys. And that's all.
Why can't the township distribute the petition?
We can't. We can't. It's the citizens
that are asking for it. We want it, but we can't do it, right?
We
You don't understand this.
As far as where
Just,
the boundaries
you guys
are.
work together, get it done, we'll put it through, you get your internet, it's that simple.
Who's your telephone company?
I have Verizon, but yes,
Okay.
You're in the center,
Okay.
Yeah, does that make sense? We want it too, but we can't.
Well, it doesn't seem like you do though, if you're not willing to even distribute the information. But this is a likelihood.
This is not a job the township does.
We're roads and bridges,
Yeah.
snowplowing.
Why did you pass a motion in July then to send out a flyer to inform the residents and then fail to do that?
We didn't know any better at that time.
No, let me expound on that. That's not what the motion said. The motion said that a flyer would be mailed out when all the numbers had gotten together with Ehlers and Nancy and CenturyLink. And those numbers never even came together, even as of tonight. That's what that motion said. If
And
you
it
go
said
back and
within
look
4
at the
weeks.
meeting minutes.
Yeah, I did look at the meeting minutes.
That's what it
However
said.
horrible that website is put together and almost unusable. But yeah, it does state that you'll do that within 4 weeks' time, and it was never done.
If the numbers were there.
And we didn't have the information. I'm sorry, we didn't get the information.
Making one phone call is,
It's not one phone call. As you can see, we're getting information from Kirsten, we're getting it from Todd, we're getting it from Nancy, and some of this is new information.
We're looking for volunteers to help get this through, so if you seem knowledgeable and seem to have some answers for everything, you can certainly help us.
I don't
Instead of
know answers,
arguing.
it's very frustrating that no one was informed whatsoever, and you act like that you're doing all you can to inform people, and nothing was done to inform people.
That's not true. We've been working on this ever since that meeting.
And how did you work to inform the residents?
We haven't worked to inform, we told you.
There you go, there's the
We were
answer.
gonna inform you when we get the information. We don't have it, all of it yet.
Would you like us to
Next.
send you a note saying, we don't know anything yet, stay tuned?
We already know that.
We got, okay, we got another,
That's very
another
clear.
handout
Run
here.
for election, my friend. It's in March.
Next one.
Regardless, we've been up against a deadline of October 3rd. That was talked about July. There should have been urgency. We all agree with that. My question, Nancy, maybe you can shed some light, is we know other townships are going after this money. How many are shovel ready? And we're behind the 8 ball already. Limited time, 2 weeks to get 51% signatures. I mean,
She'll apply for the grant anyway without,
correct.
We need to
Without,
apply for the grant.
but somebody more prepared, shovel ready, they got the funding approved, ready to go, they're gonna get selected over us that we're just starting at .1 right
I
now.
don't know, is that true?
Well, yeah, the more shovel-ready you are, that does, it does count in the application. It doesn't mean you aren't gonna get it, but it could raise the bar.
Thank you. Okay, ma'am?
My question is a moving forward question. With the petition, is there a way that we can access it? We can have a list of names, addresses, phone numbers of all the people that we have to approach to be 50%?
Okay, Bruce Hampton has it. Nancy's got it.
I have it.
You have it? Okay.
So there is a...
Sarah, have you got it too, or you back here?
25 pages worth.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
thank you.
And that, but you need an official petition, nothing on the internet. Go ahead.
Okay, how far north on Government Road are you gonna go with this? Government Road 9, County Road 9?
We're serving everything within the Sunrise Township boundary.
Well, mine, it says CenturyLink and AT&T on the request. on the next page.
Okay.
Then you should-
That's us.
Just gotta tell my wife that.
You gotta realize, now when you sign up for this, everybody in the CenturyLink service area is gonna get taxed. And that's how this bond gets paid back.
How many families in the CenturyLink area?
We have 532 households, and we define households by, do you have a 911 number? So is there a 911 address? So it's not parcels, it's not lots, it's mapped to 911 service.
So
And,
basically,
if I could go back to, sorry, Mr. Chair, if I can, we're shovel ready. We're ready to go.
Other than the funding from the township or
Yep,
what?
truly the only thing that this needs, CenturyLink, we've got this, it's in the hopper, we're working with Nancy on the grant. So this is all truly, it's all on that side of the desk. From CenturyLink's point of view, we're ready. I think from Ayler's point of view, they're ready. From Nancy's point of view and the grant, we're ready.
So if a bunch of us tonight can team up and say if we're each gonna take 20, 30 houses, what happened, and we got 2 weeks to do it.
I would defer.
Okay, you're gonna have to get the proper petition to do that, and I think I passed something around. That's what you have to have, those are the regulations for petition. So that's what you
What
need
about
to
the
have.
other 30 days, if I misunderstood, or whatever, 30 days, you gotta have another hearing, or we show up.
We can call
last
a
day of
special,
September.
call a special meeting.
And after we,
I don't think.
after we get that petition, the clerk has to check to make sure that all of those signatures are from the CenturyLink area.
Yep, so sooner the better on our
Yes.
part.
Absolutely.
So we turn it in, does there have to be another 30-day hearing, because that kicks us out past the deadline? You confirm the signatures, we're good?
We're gonna meet the deadline, don't worry about
We don't
that.
have to wait 30 days. We can, once she confirms it, we can call a special meeting.
Okay, 'cause I'm gonna-
And you're gonna probably have to look at the website to get it, because I don't think we can mail out mailings that quick. Okay?
Yeah, we'll go door to door with it, and everybody we'll get a petition, and we'll go door to door and get signatures.
Yeah, get the format, and it's
Yes.
property owner. No kids, not husband and wife, it'll be one per property owner.
One,
What do I have to put on the petition? I mean,
I've circulated that out here,
it's back here, you have another copy.
You have a couple of-
I've got a couple other copies, yeah, I printed about 12 of them at home. Go ahead.
In the interest of facilitating this, would the township be able to, in the proper format, put the form on the township website so whoever wants to go door to door can print it off, take it door to door?
You can go on the Minnesota Revisor, and you can, if you want one of these, here's what it is, there's 9 things that gotta be on there.
Well, what I'm saying is it should all be standardized, so you don't have 20 different details.
Just a second, Mr.
From Ellers, yeah. We'll be working with, there's some experts there's a St. Michael law firm that's township attorneys for lots of townships in the state. We are going to be working with that firm, so yes, they can help us with this whole process, I think, to make it easier. They can handle a lot of that from there. We do a lot of subordinate service district bonds for roads, in this county as well. So they've got all that format down. I think it might be easier to maybe have that form on some, accessible. But I would like to ask them how they do that, too. But that's
So here's my
what we're
question. I
looking for.
printed out the meeting minutes 10 minutes before I came here.
Sure.
From the township website, PDF form. My question is,
Sure.
this whatever the standard format is,
Yep.
here it is, put it right next to the minutes so
Right.
so everyone can download it, print out 10 copies and start knocking on doors, and then when they come in, they'll look the same, they have the same information and the same column.
Because it's a legal document. It needs to be in that right form. It can't just be printed on a napkin and run it around. So, yep.
Can they provide that to the township?
Yes.
Township puts it on the website saying
Yes.
citizens.
Can we do that?
I don't know about that process, but they certainly have the document formats for the whole process. So
Have you been to the
we can see how they do that. They know, they're the experts. We can see how they do that, and because they've done it a million times. Yeah.
So just for that, what's the time frame? What do you think the time frame working with them to get this thing formatted? Could we have it by the first part of the week, or?
I'm not sure. All I know too is the process takes a while, and that's fine. Nancy's going to get this application scooted out the door. In the meantime, we keep working on this process. It could be 4 to 5 to 6 months. I mean, we got to get this going, right? So, and they know the timeline, and it does get a little bit complicated, timing-wise, because you did hear from Pete. I mean, it's this, that, and the other thing that's got to be
Correct. But
done.
they-
So it's, a month here, it's 2 months there, stuff
But
like
if
that.
it's a month here, 2 months there, that limits our ability to get enough signatures to meet that 51%.
Because that's the first thing.
In order to meet
Yeah.
the bond deadline, in order to meet the meetings and all that, in order to get the money, so we can continue on.
That's the first thing out of the chute. Now tomorrow, if the board wants me to do that, I can connect with those folks and we can get this process started. I mean, the first thing is that form of that petition and how that goes out. So that's the tricky part.
Yeah, do they have a format?
Oh, yeah.
I just
Oh,
got
yeah.
the rules of what's supposed to be on
Oh,
it.
no, they
We
do
don't
this
have
all the
How
time.
quickly can we get access to that petition so that we can all download it and start getting signatures?
Yep, I need to ask those folks who need to draft it and fine tune, change the name to Sunrise Township.
So,
You know how that goes.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
basically what we need to do tonight is, on that list, is we need a point of contact that you and Nancy and the board and all of us, so we need one person that's gonna be point of contact to kind of coordinate all of this together.
Right, so we don't want this a fragmented process. We want it to be streamlined and coming from a single source.
So we do
Exactly.
have, Ted Kraus said he would be the point of contact to run this whole show, be the intermediary between us and Nancy and you and the board. And then that way, it can all go through him, he can get it squared away, he can get the form, we can get it online, we can get